So in my previous video, I discovered this thing called the Royal Order of the Seraphim, which is a Swedish order of chivalry created by King Frederick I in 1748, together with the Order of the Sword and the Order of the Polar Star. So, first of all, basically what I'm going to talk about is show who's in this Order of the Seraphim, and it's basically a list of who's who in world history since this date here, 1748, and also up to the present day. So like basically world leaders and royal family members around the world are in the Royal Order of the Seraphim. And of course, they might explain it away and say, well, you know, don't take it so seriously. It's just a order of chivalry, order of knights typically founded during Catholic military orders of the Crusades. Okay, so whatever, you know, there's something weird going on here with that. That's for sure. That's what we're talking about here. So first of all, let's take a look at what a seraphim is. So it appears in the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, in two places right here. And let's just read this note, what it says. Seraph literally means burning one, perhaps suggesting that these creatures had a fiery appearance, flaming creatures, heavenly creatures of fire. Elsewhere in the Old Testament, the word seraph refers to poisonous snakes. Okay, so Numbers 21, venomous snakes, poisonous snakes, Deuteronomy, venomous serpents. Perhaps they were called burning ones because of their appearance or the effect of their venomous bites, which would cause a victim to burn up with fever. It is possible that the seraphs seen by Isaiah were at least partially serpentine in appearance. Though it might seem strange for a snake-like creature to have wings, two of the texts where seraphs are snakes describe them as flying, perhaps referring to their darting movements. So chapter 6 of Isaiah talks about seraph twice in this chapter. So it says, let's just start at the beginning here. It says, in the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord, and that word is actually Adonai, seated on a high elevated throne. The hem of his robe filled the temple. Seraphs, right? The seraphim. Seraphim is plural form of seraph. So the seraphs stood over him. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces. With 2 they covered their feet. And they used the remaining 2 to fly. And here it says here, but then one of the seraphs flew toward me. In his hand was a hot coal he had taken from the altar with tongs. Okay, so these are heavenly creatures. Very difficult for us to understand, but they're associated directly with Yahweh. They seem to be good in nature, if you were to just describe it, good or evil. Sometimes these things are referred to as possibly being evil as well, especially when you take into account the serpentine nature. And there's a lot of debate as to, are these serpent-type creatures? Was the snake in the garden, although the word there is nephesh, is there some kind of correlation? So either way, it seems like in the heavenly realm, there are all kinds of different beings, all kinds of different creatures. And these are called the seraphim. So we got the Royal Order of the Seraphim. You know, I mean, and just take a look at who's in this thing, all right? So the royal family of Sweden, basically they're all in this order, the Order of the Seraphim. And up to the modern day. We got some real classic. In fact, there's a lot of so-called women, although, as we know, oh, look at that. Come on, that is not a woman. Louis, that's Louis. That's Louis. That's not Louise. Queen of Sweden? Yeah, I don't think so. Are these just transvestites, or are these actual seraphim? See, that's the question. I mean, there's some very strange things going on that are almost beyond the realm of human experience. Yeah, Cyborg, Princess Cyborg. Yeah, they didn't know princess, man. So look, they put the little babies in there as well, like little young people. Here, look at this little Oscar. There's little Oscar is in the order of the Seraphim already at such a young age, 5 years old. Look at this one, 3-year-old. They don't even have pictures yet. All right, so that's just Sweden, okay? So that's Sweden, and there's all kinds of people from Sweden, but it's worldwide. I'm just going to scroll down and show a few highlights. You can look at this link yourself. Okay, now we get into Austria. Ferdinand, right? Franz Joseph, Karl Ludwig, and up to the modern day. President of Austria is in the order of the Seraphim. In fact, many presidents, right? Look at that. Belgium, Denmark, royalty and political leaders, basically. Crown Prince of Denmark right there. Estonia, Finland, France. Okay, Napoleon. Napoleon was in the order of the Seraphim. And all the Napoleon family, it looks like. And then the presidents of France, the recent Charles de Gaulle, and all these presidents of France that we've had in modern times. Chirac, remember that guy? This guy here. Germany, William III, all these guys. Now, see, they don't show Merkel and these kind of people. Some people, I suspect they are in it, but they just don't. This is Germany. That's like everyone and whoever lived in Germany is in this thing. President of Germany. Oh, look at that guy. Right? So, Greece, Sophia, there's a classic. President of Greece. President of Italy. Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg. I mean, it's basically everybody. Rainier of Monaco, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Alexander, like all the royalty of Russia, Serbia, Slovakia, Spain, Sophia. Sophia was like Princess of Greece and Denmark, and also former Queen of Spain. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Philippe, all right, Turkey, the UK, Prince Albert, King Edward. Yeah, heard of these guys? King George, another King Edward, another King George. Queen Elizabeth. It says it right here. Queen Elizabeth is in the order of the Seraphim. And Philip, Prince Charles is in the order of the Seraphim. And then you got the Americas, Brazil, Chile, same thing. President of Chile. Yeah, I'm not so sure that's a woman there, you know what I mean? Mexico, Egypt, Ethiopia. Basically every country in the world, every person in royal family, and presidents, princes, all kinds of people. La reina es un muchacho. That's a different, sorry, wrong language. It looks like the Queen of Spain, so I said that. Yeah, Jordan. You got the Middle East, Asia. Chiang Kai-shek, Indonesia, Obama's twin brother. You got Emperor Meiji, all the emperors of Japan, Showa. Look at this one. Now check these out here. That ain't no woman. Setsuko, Princess Chichibu Setsuko. That's a man, all right? Kojun, that's a dude. Michiko, I suspect also male. And the current emperor of Japan and his father right here, who you got to wonder, is that a man or a woman? Okay, and even that guy from World War II, Hirohito. I mean, this is just from Wikipedia, so I'm not even doing any real deep dive research on this yet. And that would take a while, I think. But and there's another page that has all the current living leaders of the world who are in the Royal Order of the Seraphim. It's basically Royal Order of the Fiery Serpents. Okay, so, I mean, do we even need to look? I mean, what is that? Is that a fiery serpent? Is that human? Is that just a transvestite human? Or is that a transvestite seraphim? I mean, these people have, something has happened. Something has changed. Maybe they were human. Maybe they start out with different non-human bloodlines. Are they hybrids? I mean, they're basically, these crowns basically, and their androgyny signifies that they believe they are divine. They believe they are divine beings. And this necklace here that we see everywhere, I just figured out what this is. The necklace is this right here, the collar and badge of the Order of the Seraphim. Oh, look, it's got those equal signs on it. You see that? The Knights Templar, Rosicrucian, equals signs. You know, even if it's just a pearl necklace or whatever, I think it represents the collar and badge of the Order of the Seraphim. See, these people, they operate in symbols, and it's in plain sight, and basically they're speaking a language we don't understand. They're androgynes, right? They're transvestites. So the Crown Princess Victoria, there, oh, look at this thing right here. Yeah, see, we just saw that. That's basically what it is right here. This is the star, the symbol of the Order of the Seraphim. Look at the pipes on Victoria. Look at the pipes. Look at the lean mass, and then you got the fake breasts, okay? And then this right here is the, what do they call that? The collar and badge of the Order of the Seraphim. It's right here. And there's another one there. It's their identity. They even put their babies in this order when they're born. And evidence of plastic surgery, silicone injections to make the chin pointy. That's just silicone. They just inject it right there. Now, I might suggest this one gets a little bit more rhinoplasty. Your nose is a little too large, a little too male looking. But, you know, who knows? Doesn't matter, really. Your body's pretty male looking, even though you got silicone boobs, silicone chin. All right, so we got an androgynous Kabbalist, a demigod, right? These people basically believe they are gods. I mean, look at that. Come on. That's just a dude. I mean, and this is where, you know, the Seraphim, people associate that with the reptilians and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, there is a reptilian quality about a lot of these people as an adjective. And someone would, you know, see this person and say that's a reptilian. I mean, I would say that's a man. It's a transvestite. So that would explain about 90% of these strange looks, just being a transvestite. But, you know, I would say, yeah, it looks to be demonically possessed transvestite. Or are they just straight up seraphim in human form? Seraphs seen by Isaiah were at least partially serpentine in appearance. The Royal Order of the Seraphim. So I suspect most world leaders and royal family members are in the Royal Order of the Seraphim. And, you know, a lot of countries have a lot of these different types of things, and a lot of them have very strange names as well. But I think what this is, it's not just a order of chivalry. This is like, they're basically telling us who they serve. They serve the Seraphim. They serve the demonic entities, the rebellious entities. Basically, they're serving Satan, right? They're serving Satan. Whatever word you want to use. The pagan gods, you know, the Seraphim, the demons, the watchers, whatever. They serve them as the human representatives. At least they're in human form. I guess we could agree on that. They are in human form, but are they really human? I don't know. I mean, when a person becomes a transvestite, are they still human, right? That's a form of transhumanism. And I guess they are, but they believe they have become gods. All right? That's what they believe. They believe they are gods. And they're in the Order of the Seraphim. They rule the world. All right, Isaiah 24:21. At that time, the Lord will punish the heavenly forces in the heavens. The heavenly forces in the heavens, including the Seraphim. All right, and who are the Order of the Seraphim? And the earthly kings on the earth. All right, so at that time in the end times, the Lord, Yahweh, will punish the Seraphim and the rebellious spiritual entities, the heavenly forces in the heavens, the principalities and powers, the small g gods that have rebelled, and not all of them have, and the earthly kings on the earth. See, They're working together. They're working together. The order of the seraphim working together with the heavenly forces in the heavens. They will be imprisoned in a pit, locked up in a prison. And after staying there for a long time, they will be punished. Ha! That's right. And yeah, Yahweh's in charge of the whole thing. So I think what's going to happen, by the way, is that I think Yahweh will let them establish their kingdom on earth. But that's about it. Once they achieve it, once they fully build their utopian kingdom, their Kabbalah, transvestite, androgynous kingdom on earth. See, right now they're all working together to build it. It's basically here. We're living in it already, but they're going to kind of try to perfect it. They're going to bring it all out into the open. And they're going to, that's why they're kind of killing us off right now. Many of us will die as martyrs, But they're going to they're going to build their kingdom. And then they will see for themselves that it's actually a failure. They will see that they did the best they could to play God, but they're actually not God. Because that kingdom they build, there's going to be some inherent flaws in it, and it's going to fall apart. So the moment they achieve it, maybe it's 2030, right? The moment they say, we have achieved it, they do their victory lap, that's the moment it starts to crumble. I think that's just how it's going to work. And we do know at the end of the book of Revelation, Babylon is destroyed. And God sets up his kingdom on earth, right? So, but they do kind of get their kingdom first, you know what I mean? So they're going to get it for a while, very, very, very short time, and it's going to start to implode, and they'll probably destroy each other as well, right? They'll start to turn on each other, and they'll be like, oh man, we played God and we thought we were gods, but they will learn that they are not gods. They're all really just a bunch of trannies, all right?